I see myself really fitting in wherever I'm needed at. I mean, this week I've been playing a little bit more center than other places, and I'm here to earn a spot on this team, and wherever they need me at to do that, that's what I'm going to do.
How hard is the adjustment to center for you?
How would you describe your comfort level at center?
Oh no, I feel perfectly fine at center. They started working me in there last year, so I mean it's not like they just threw me into the fire this week. So I mean I'm definitely extremely comfortable there.
It's a similar question. People will talk about make or break season for a guy. I mean, do you see it that way? I mean, you're 4 here. I mean, like, what are the stakes to your mind of the next month?
I mean, I say that the stakes are definitely higher, I feel like. But, at the end of the day, it's the same thing I've been doing for the last 3 years, just showing up to work every day and giving it everything I got to, be the best player that I can for this team and for myself and, let the chips land wherever they may.
Ben, the Ravens have often turned to you when they've needed a spot starter or someone to come in the middle of the game at guard. Have those experiences in the past given you more confidence to go out there and try and win a starting job this year?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, people don't realize how hard it is to come off the sideline cold, in the middle of the third quarter and step up and expect to take over and, perform at the highest level possible. So, being in that position before and plenty of times in the past, it gives me a lot of confidence knowing that no matter what, I can step up and do whatever they need me to do.
Ben, if I'm not mistaken, I think you're left-handed, right?
I am left-handed.
Does that change anything offensive line-wise, snap standpoint?
No, not really. Whenever I first started last year, snapping a little bit, I always had to make sure the quarterbacks knew they had a left-handed center just because the path of the ball is just a little bit different than what they're used to. But, I've worked with everybody enough to where they all got it down now.
How excited are you for preseason?
Sorry?
How excited are you for the preseason game and the opportunity you'll have to show?
Oh, man, the preseason is kind of our first look at, who we're going to be as a team and who we're going to be as an offense. And, we're going to have a lot of different guys playing a lot of different spots. And, it's going to be fun to go out there and play different spots for myself and, see how we all kind of fit into one another and, make this offense work.
Ben, center's obviously a position that requires a lot of communication. Is that aspect of your game you tried to step up since working on center more? Is it more difficult with a lot of pieces moving around you?
Oh, it's definitely more difficult. Ain't no doubt about that. But, no, I mean, I feel like I'm extremely football smart and, center, the biggest thing at center is just being able to, keep a cool head and do things on the fly. And, first day was a little bit of a struggle with it, but now, 3 days into it, everything's flowing smooth and, feel good about it.
How much have you leaned on Tyler Linderbaum and what's the communication with him as you've been working at center?
It's been nice, playing beside him and all that in the past. So I really, we keep the same terminology and everything like that. It's just a matter of, the perspective in which you see the defensive fronts and things like that is different. And, every day after practice, I mean, he's in there watching film. We're going over, how I can step better or do this better and whatnot. So, I mean, it's been nice having somebody who's obviously as good as he is at that position to, help me better myself.
Ben, when you find out you're playing center, do you approach it as, this is great, this is an opportunity to show them what else I can do, or is there an element of, look, I'm not getting reps at right guard, or there's
No, I mean, I don't think of it as, taking reps away from other spots. I mean, I say the more you can do, the better off you're going to be. And, if I have to be in that role of a backup center at some point this year, then, I want to be fully prepared to go in and do that. So I love, the fact that I'm getting to play center and going to go out there and get some live game reps, in that spot.
Ben, would you say this summer has felt different for the offensive line overall in the sense that you have 3 starting jobs up for grabs? You have guys maybe trying slightly less familiar roles. I mean, has it been a different year?
I wouldn't say a different year by any means because, I mean, every year you've got guys coming in fighting for spots, playing different spots, rolling in different locations and things like that. So I don't think it's any different. You just got to make the most out of the reps that you get where you get them, to try and secure that role as a starter from week 1.
Patrick Carey has said when he plays all these different positions on the line, he has to visualize these results before he plays them. Is there something specific that you do when you're playing center or guard?
I think the biggest thing for me is when I'm, not in with the group, kind of standing around the back. I want to hear the play call. I want to see the defensive fronts. I want to, make my calls as if I were in there right now. And I think that's, been the biggest difference for me. Even last year when I started playing a little bit of center here and there, was just being more attentive to the defense and the way things are working, from a defensive stand to the backfield and everything like that. Just, because, it is a big difference, and it takes a lot of getting used to. And I think me taking those steps has really helped me adjust to it quickly.
You played center in college, high school, or was this your first experience at it?
I played a little bit in high school, didn't play in college, but, like I said earlier, they started rolling me in at center last year, so I've taken plenty of snaps, and I'm good to go.
All right, thank you, Ben.
Thank you, guys.